Hello everybody, and welcome to a very special thing. It's just Chubby today, Kaszas is out, but hey, we got kitties, and they're pretty doopy. Aren't you pretty doopy, huh? You're pretty doopy. So today we are doing some Momir Basic for you. I'm recording this at home, which is why this is not the office. Yeah, so it's been a long time since I played Magic Online, probably about 4 or 5 years, something like that. 4 years? I don't know. Whenever our last video in Magic Online was, that was the last time. So I'm a little unfamiliar with the controls because it's been so long, so you have to give me a little leeway here. But yeah, we're going to play one of my favorite things of all time, which is Momir Basic. I've got my Momir Basic hat. And let's start this thing off, shall we? See if we can find a match. Yeah, so leave a comment below if you like this sort of thing. It's not going to be like anything that's replacing any of our regular shows or anything, but if you want to see more of it, we can maybe fit it into the week if you enjoy this sort of thing. I actually haven't played Magic Online since they updated the GUI, and I think that was quite a long time ago, so I'm not exactly going to be an expert at this or anything. What are you guys doing? Say hi to the camera, bubbers. Little hellspawn scratched me. What are you doing over there? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing to Mr. Bear? Alright, and we've got somebody. So, we lost the die roll, which is unfortunate. We rolled a 1, our opponent rolled a 2. Just make that smaller there. It's taking a long time for him to decide whether or not he wants to go first. And he decided. Okay. So you never want a mulligan, of course, because it's Momir. Why would you ever want a mulligan? And let's see if our opponent goes for a 1-drop. Guru lands. Beautiful. I just went for the full art new ones. So we're going to auto-yield to this. And they got a Diregraph Ghoul. That's pretty good. 2-2 for 1. Not too bad. Our opponent is Delete Random, I guess. Now normally you're gonna want to like F6 and stuff, but I am not going to do that because I think that's a key, a special key in the recording software that I'm using. So I'm not going to do that. Just the 1/1. All right. Let's see what our opponent does. Skips their 2, attacks for 2. We will take it. Boosh. No blocks. Alright, and we'll untap. Go for a swamp this time. I'm playing 20 mountains, and the rest are 10, pretty much. I think I've got a couple wastes in there too, but we got a Disciple of the Old Ways. You can give it first strike. That's kind of cool. Attack with this, since we're not going to chump block, so might as well attack with it and pass the turn. So we can actually activate this if we need to. You guys really are just being a nuisance over there, aren't you? Just being a little bit of a nuisance. All right. Opponent's going to skip their 3. Interesting. Or they're waiting. That's very possible, too. I'm not going to block that. I'll take the 2. Oh, they skipped their 3. All right. So I'm going to go for 3. And we're going to discard a Plains. See what we get. We got a Reach Minotaur. Interesting. Minotaur Archer. And it can kind of almost Fire Breathe. All right. That's kind of cool. He also blocks a 2/2 very effectively. So we're going to smash in there for 3. Put our opponent to 20. You just killed Mr. Bear.
You just killed Mr. Bear.
All right. And a 2/3 of their own. When it becomes a target of a spell or ability, return it to its hand. So essentially, that just means make it disappear from existence. But if 2/3 flyers, not terrible. All right. Gonna go for a 4. Maybe. There we go. Now I could have very well attacked with this and like left up pumping or something, but what's this? Power and toughness are equal to the number of soldiers you that's horrible. That's a 1/1 for 4. That's what that is. No good attacks, so we'll just pass. Good thing is this has reach somehow, so it can block this. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't want to attack with anything. What is our opponent going to do? They're going to make a 5. Unsurprisingly, since they skipped their 2 and 3. They got a Revel Arc. That's not very good, but a 4/3 flyer, I guess actually for 5 is pretty decent. I assume they're getting in there. Huh. Alright, gonna try and make sure I don't click through blocks. And we will bounce off this. Maybe he didn't know that at a reach, which I wouldn't blame him because it's a Minotaur. It's kind of weird for a Minotaur to have reach. Got another mountain. So I think we'll go for a 5. And we'll discard a swamp. We'll keep that island around just in case we need it later. Choose a color. Creatures you control gain protection from the chosen color until end of turn, and you can only activate that if it's in your graveyard, which it can never be in your graveyard. So that's pretty good, I guess. Do I have any good attacks? No, not really. No. Yeah, no attacks. What are you doing over there? Am I gonna have to put you outside, Bubbers? They're going for a 6. They got a Conduit of Ruin. So, yeah, 5/5 for 6. Reasonable. Reasonable man. I'm really apologize if this sound from this is picking up on the mic. I didn't think they'd be clawing at that chair quite as much as they are. Our opponent did not get in there. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to make a 6. We're going to discard a Plains. And we're going to get a Wayfaring Giant, a 3/5. Oh, gets +1 as domain. Okay, well, that's interesting. I guess that's one reason to not do anything. I still don't have good attacks because I didn't really get anything big, so I'm not going to attack. I'll let my opponent make the first move. Okay. So our opponent doesn't have only Guru lands. They have a little bit of everything. 4/4 flyer. Well, if they're going to keep getting flyers, I'm not in great shape. Sending in the 5/5, huh? Huh. This is a 3/5? I could block with 2 things. Just to take that off the table. I could chump with this 1/1 that's never going to get any bigger. Or I could use it to trade, maybe? I could put Disciple and Wayfaring Giant in front of this. I think that might be what I do, because he has a bunch of flyers. So I'm going to do one of these, and if they want to take out the Giant... Well, actually, no, the Giant's going to be bigger. So we're going to actually just reset our blockers, and we'll just chump with the Commander, I think. I don't really want to take 5, so we're not going to. And a 1/1's not going to do anything, really. Okay, so this turn I can play Island, which will make this a 4/6. That seems pretty good. And I think I'm going to skip my 7 and go straight to 8s. So, let's see, we can pump this 4 times, make it a 6/3. That seems pretty good. Yeah, okay. We're going to attack with this guy. I kind of want to leave the 4/6 back just to bounce off this Conduit of Ruin. So we'll just send him in. See what our opponent does. If they take it, I think I'll just pump 3 times. Oh, I clicked through it. All right. We didn't have to. That was dumb. I did not mean to click through that. Yeah, I'm just not super familiar with the interface still. What did our opponent get? Liege of the Pit. This guy is annoying, but it's also annoying for them because they have to sacrifice a bunch of stuff. So that's pretty good for us. Sending in those. Nope, just the 4? Yeah, okay. We will just take 4. No blocks. Not going to chump block that quite yet. Alright, so now we're going to get an 8. Our first crack at it. We didn't draw another land type, so none of that. And let's go for an 8. An 8-4 with trample. That's a weird thing. Crash of rhinos. Alright. Huh. Yeah, I don't have good attacks again, really. Because that thing's gigantic. So, yeah. I might be in a little bit of trouble here, because this thing is huge. Like, this part's annoying for them, because they have to sacrifice a guy. But they can do that a few times, and this thing is gigantic, so, yeah. Opponent's also going for an 8. It's a 7-6 with Island Walk, and we played a damn island. All right. Solid. Ugh. So this is what, 11? We could put Glory and Sure Shot in front of this guy, maybe? I don't know if I like that. I mean, you can only trade with 1, so... Yeah, sure. We're going to put both these in front of here, and we'll take 7. Which is going to hurt our bodies a little bit. Let's see who our opponent kills. Our opponent goes for the Glory. Interesting. I'm kind of okay with that, actually. All right. Let's go for another 8. I don't know how well we're going to be able to outrace this. Oh, no. I think we're... Oh, God. Yeah, no, we're just dead. Because we can block 3 of this, take 4. Yeah, we're taking 11 no matter what. Right? At least. Because, oh, they've got all flyers. See, that's the one issue with Momir that I've noticed, is that if you don't get flyers late game and your opponent does, you just can't do anything. So I'm definitely dead here. But that's okay. So we're going to go for a big old beat down. Because we are pretty much dead no matter what. So let's see what our opponent does. Maybe they'll click through this. Yep. They did not click through this. But at least we got them to 10. So that's something. All right. Just going to fix a thing here quick. Made a little makeshift stand so I can see myself on the camera. Make sure nothing goes nuts. Our opponent, maybe they'll take 7. They did not. Not too surprised there. Do you want to see me lose? Do you want to see me lose? Oh, look at this. I'm going to lose. All right. Yep. Can't block any of those guys. So we will take all that damage. That is what happens in Momir. So we'll begin sideboarding. Submit our deck immediately, because there's no point in sideboarding. Do you guys finally tucker yourselves out? And yes, this time I would like to play first. Very much so. I'm going to keep. Our opponent's going to make a real tough decision of whether to keep their opening hand. So I'm going to skip my 1. Because the odds of me getting a mana dork are pretty low. And we're probably not going to be pressuring our opponent too much with a 1-drop. So play Swamp. We will make a 2, though. We'll discard a Plains. And we got a Core Firewalker. That's reasonable if he gets red guys. It's just a 2/2 pro red. The casting a red spell part doesn't matter because our opponent's not casting spells. Okay. Always yield to that again. A 1/1 when it becomes... Huh, okay. Interesting. Not the greatest. So we're going to play a mountain. And we're going to get a Devout Captain. Tap 2 untapped humans you control to exile an artifact or an enchantment. That's kind of interesting. Dudders over there is chewing on something weird, so I'm going to just go deal with that quickly. All right. So we're going to send for 2. It's a pretty safe attack. Boosh. I actually really like being on the play in Momir. Some people like being on the draw, but I actually prefer being on the play. You have to skip a couple times, but that's fine. 2/2 skeletons you control and other zombies you control get +1/+1 and have death touch. Alright, it's a 2/2. Unless our opponent gets exceedingly lucky. Okay, so we're going to go for another mountain. We're going to make a 4, just in case we get something hasty. We'll discard an island, since we got 2 of those. And we got a Cinder Seer. Useless. 4 mana 1/1. Do I want to send both of these? I think I'd be willing to make this trade, actually, if they want to. So, boosh. Gonna get aggressive here. Yep, fine with that. None of those guys were at peak condition in this format, because he'll probably never get another zombie or skeleton, and he's not casting spells, so I'm not gaining life on that. And he'll probably get a non-red guy. As I say, as he immediately gets a red guy. Huh, interesting. So it's just a 3/2, more or less. That seems okay. If he offers the trade Illusionist for Seer, I will take it. He does not. He could have attacked with this. Maybe he wants the block. I don't know. Yeah, let's go for a swamp. And a 5. Discarding a forest. We got Sphinx of Lost Truths. Draw 3. Discard 3. Alright. I don't know why I auto-yielded to that. We'll discard these ones. Sure. So basically a 3/5 flyer. Which is pretty good, actually. Do I send this guy in? I think I do. Because, I mean, if our opponent gets an enchantment or artifact creature, it's going to be a really bad trade, but I think I'm willing to make that trade. So I'm going to send in that guy. Sure. Yeah. Fine with that. I mean, we already had one human, but we needed to hit another one randomly and our opponent to get an artifact creature, so that probably wouldn't happen. Our opponent's going to get a 5/4, which is pretty good. I assume they're not going to attack. That'd be a very bad attack. Let's play another mountain. So we're gonna make a 6. Hopefully get something good, like a Titan. Any Titan would be pretty disgusting. Discard a Wastes. To get a 5/5 flying... Ooh, it's a mythic rare, too. 5/5 flying vigilance. When it attacks or blocks, you may attach it to... Okay, yeah, so it's a 5/5 with flying and vigilance, which is super sexy. Yeah, we'll send in the Sphinx. He's gonna bash us back for 5, but we haven't taken any damage yet, and I wanna pressure our opponent a little bit. Okay. What are they going to do now? Gonna make a 6 of their own. Hopefully not get a flyer. Maybe this game will be the ones that get the flyers. Oh, that's terrible. That's just a 5/5. I mean, a 5/5's fine, but you never want to activate that ability, the flicker ability. Because what are you possibly going to do with the flicker ability? It's just going to destroy your things. Remove them from existence. Yep, get in for 5. Not too surprised. We're going to take 5. We'll save our chump blocker for at some point later. Alright. Play Swamp. Not going to go for a 7, otherwise I'll be stuck on 7s. But I will get in there for 8. Pretty safe. And I like that this has vigilance too, because if I need to throw it in front of something, I can. No, I will not use that ability because there's no enchantments in play. So put our opponent to 9. And we skip our 7. All right. So I might chump block this turn. I don't really fancy taking 10. We'll see what our opponent gets though. They're going for a 6. Smart. Oh, a 4/4 for 6. That's all that is. Can always yield to that. That's not great. Especially because this 5/5 blocks it pretty well. Yep. Combat. Getting in for 5. Getting in for 10. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to chump block this turn. Do not want to activate instants or abilities. I'm going to chump block this one, because why not? And we'll take 5, going to 14. Which I'm okay with. Untap, play a swamp, go for an 8. Discarding a swamp. And we get Liege of the Pit. We saw him last time, but he's pretty good. And he's going to block very well. So we are going to attack with these 2 gentlemen or ladies. We're not going to use that ability. Our opponent's going to go to 1 because they don't have any blockers. See what I mean with the flyers? Like, if you get flyers as your 6s and 7s and whatnot, and your opponent doesn't, then what are they possibly going to do, really? I say as they get something that probably wipes the board. Oh, the Island Walk guy again. Weird. Is that the same guy? Yeah. See, this time we totally played around it. No islands. All right, and we win that game. Submit our deck. And our opponent gets the play, which is unfortunate. I'm going to keep. Guru Island. Very stylish. Going for a 1. I hate that you have to auto-yield every time. It's kind of annoying. A 0/1. Ooh, that's good. That's a removal spell. Ooh boy. I mean, if they leave up a island, of course, it's a removal spell. Yeah, I'll go for a 1. Discard a plains for a 1/1 with Swamp Walk. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, bubbers? 2/2 with Flash. Ashcoat Bear. Good man. Yep. All right. Let's go for a 2. 0/4. Ooh. And it's a mana accelerant. Okay, we're now in very good shape. Our opponent still has this annoying thing for at some point, but not bad. Going for 3. Are you chasing your tail? Yep, you're chasing your tail. All right. They got a 2/1. Oh, that's a removal too. What's channel? I'm not actually sure what channel is, but I guess we'll find out. Our opponent's probably going to... No. Oh, I guess why get in there? I got a 0/4. Right. All right, so we're going to play a mountain. We're going to activate this. Going to discard a plains, and we're going to go straight from 2 to 4 with a Briar Horn. Interesting. Okay, so we'll put that on the stack. We will pump this guy to a 4/4. And then we will attack with this guy for 4. If our opponent wants to double block, I am okay with that because it's our 1-drop. I will trade our 1-drop for his 2 and 3 if he's so inclined. He is not, unsurprisingly. All right. Well, our 3/3 does block a 2/2 and a 2/1. This guy's annoying though, because he's gonna be able to just gun down the small guys, which sucks a lot. Gonna attack for 2. So that to me signals that if I block it, our opponent's going to finish off the Briar Horn. So I think I'm just going to take 2. Yeah, I'm going to take 2. Just so that they have to channel it if they're going to do that. I don't really know what channel is. 2 damage to the Swamp Walker. Yes. Unfortunately, that happens. All right. Oh, we drew already. We're going to go do this for 5. I did not mean to do it that way. 4, 5. Going to do that. We're going to discard a Plains, and we'll get a 3/3 with Forest Walk. Our opponent has a Forest, so that is pretty okay. He left up Vortex Elemental. Would I trade this for a 3/3? I think I would. Yeah, because we have another 3/3, and I don't want this to trade with like our 8-drop. That would be really bad. So we'll just send for 3. And our opponent did not take the bait, unsurprisingly. Now, this time if they send in the bear, I am going to block because I would love it if they wasted their turn using this. That would be really good. Nope. Our opponent does not want to do that. I'm not too surprised if they do not do that, because that would kind of be a waste of the turn. Of course, whatever channel is, I really should know what that does, but I don't. Oh, you have to discard it. Duh. It says right there, you pay 4, discard it to deal 4 damage. So he can only shock things. He can't channel that. Okay. I see how it is. Yeah, this Overgrown Battlement was a really big game. Because now we're at 6, where we should have been at 5. What's this do? A 2/2. When it enters the battlefield or is turned face up, you make 3 1/1 creatures. Well, we got chump blockers. That's pretty good. I don't know why I auto-yielded to that. Just a habit, I guess. Yeah, so 3 1/1s. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to send the... Should I send the Briarhorn and the Far Guide? I mean, he's just going to trade Bear for Briarhorn with a Ghostlit Rider activation. Which I think I'm okay with, because then he has to use 2 cards to do that, which is not very good. And of course, this guy's just going to get in because he has a Forest. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to send in these 2. Because this is kind of like trading your turn and a creature for my 3/3, which I'm okay with. And if he wants to take 6, that's also perfectly fine. It's a lot more of a waste because he has to throw one away than just like shocking a 2/2. So I think that's a pretty good attack. Pretty safe. Those little annoying things to my left. Getting into all sorts of trouble. Shenanigans. They're only like 2 months old, so... Okay, yep, our opponent is going to do the thing he was going to do last time. It looks like, which I am okay with. Definitely okay with. Trading a bear and a turn of removal for something. It's pretty good. Yep. Perfectly okay with that. I'm going to auto-yield to this because I think it's going to be around a while. Yep, sure. And our opponent goes to 14. And we will pass it a turn. Yeah, so because of this, we actually don't have to skip anything. Like, we can go straight to 8 and then be stuck on 8s, which is where you want to be anyway. So that's pretty good. I think we're in pretty good shape, but our opponent could have a giant haymaker here. That's very possible. So he can force a block. But, I mean, if he wants to spend 5 mana and kill his 0/1 to take on one of our things, that's not very good. So, if I were him, I would just make a 6 here. I think. That's what I would be doing. You causing trouble over there? What did our opponent do? Shot down the Goblin Maker. And is making a 6. Oh, sorry, making it 3 and shot 2. Obviously not making a 6. You draw a card and get 2 energy. Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, they've already skipped what they have to skip, so they're not really getting ahead at this point with that guy, but they're breaking even. That's fine. So we're going to draw, hopefully. Hopefully we're going to draw. What are we going to draw? Come on. Let me do a thing. Stop playing with chords. We're going to draw an island. We're going to make a 7 and hope it's not a phage. If we lose the phage, though, I mean, come on. How can you complain about that? Oh, I should have attacked first. Bloodthirst. That would have made it a 9-9 with trample instead of a 6-6. But you know what? A 6-6 is fine. So we're just going to send in... Let's see, if we do 5, it puts our opponent to 9. Versus 3, it puts our opponent to 11. Wow. Acrobatic. They're gonna eat a goblin. You know what? I like pressing damage. So I'm gonna do that. Because we have a trampler. So the more damage we can press right now, the higher chance that we're going to just be able to get in there. So like right now they have to block the trampler. They'll probably block it with this guy, which I'm fine with. Because I need this off the table. It's scaring me. Plus, I mean, if they do that also, yeah, like they have to leave up. Why are they leaving up a plains and going for a 5? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah, they're skipping their turn to take down my 6-6, which is not great for them. And this thing was going to, like, destroy something huge anyway. So, force the block, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just making sure they didn't misclick. But I'm okay with this, because it's taking down their annoying removal spell, and they skip their turn. Pretty solid. If we get a haste guy, I think we just win. Because now we're on 8s. Unless our opponent wants to make a 1. Yeah, they're making a 1. That makes sense. Just get something that can block a 1-1. They got a 1-1. Weird. What a weird card. They don't have any black creatures, so they can't get anywhere with it. Okay, we'll play Forest. And we'll make an 8 and hope it's not another Bloodthirst guy, because that would be annoying. It is a 3-5 with Death Touch. That's big. It is big. Okay, it doesn't really change the math if we just get in with the Far Guide versus trying to send 2 goblins. I mean, they'll eat 1, but I'm willing to trade with either of these with the other one. So I'm just going to send for 3. The cool thing is next turn our opponent has to block this attendance. And if they want to kill it, they're going to have to do like a lot of double blocking and stuff. Like double, triple blocking even. And Death Touch means I can trade with everything that's blocking it essentially. As long as it's not 4 things. But if it's 4, if they're going to quad block it, that's pretty bad for them. Please stop playing with chords, Dudders. Old Admiral, Fluff and Stuff, and Dudders. Fluff and Dudders. My little babies. Alright, so our opponent's finally doing a thing. It is an 8. Oh, that includes my guys. Okay. Yeah, they're dead. They're so dead. Oh, God, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So 6... 10, 12? I take, yeah. They just concede. All right, so that was Momir Basic. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more of these type of thing, and I'll catch you on the flip side.